Hey guys, welcome back. We are in Balm Boyette today. Balm Boyette is located close to Tampa, not exactly there, but so you get a general idea. And this is a spot I've been meaning to cover in Florida for a while now. Really like it here.
Balm Boyette is a huge scrub preserve in Lithia, Florida. In it are about 25 miles of very fast, flowy single track. Alafia, Balm Boyette, and Carter Road, usually known as the ABC Trails, all within a short drive of each other, are old phosphate mining grounds. Mining activities led to having big lakes and ridges, the perfect place to build flowy trails in an otherwise flat area. And the guys who built Balm Boyette definitely did it right. Balm Boyette is not particularly technical. Instead, it favors fast-sweeping, narrow single track. But don't be fooled, that doesn't mean it isn't fun for the more advanced rider. As a matter of fact, it's one of my personal favorite spots.
That was close. I did not expect that kink in the trail. These really flow. You hear that?
What?
You hear the croc?
Yeah, jump in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah. That happened to me the first time I was here.
Well, the alligator, not the croc, but you know. It's a nice little drop off.
Nice little ridge, eh?
Yeah. It's not what we're used to in Florida.
It's not uncommon to spot alligators here, but in general, it's not something to worry about, as they're usually just chilling in one of the lakes. Gators really don't want to deal with humans. Most usually, if they're not already there, they'll just jump back into the water before you approach. That being said, it's always worth treating them with respect if you do run into one on the trail, which I have had happen before, just not here. Balm Boyette is pretty unique for Florida riding in that the trails do not loop upon themselves very often, instead giving you the chance to keep your speed up for prolonged sections. You'll still be pedaling your heart out, but the ups and downs of the terrain help keep the speed and the feel of flow up. There is one detail here though. The access road from the parking lot to the first trail is just shy of 2 miles. I personally see it as an opportunity to warm up, but some people don't like it very much as the road is rather sandy. The important thing is that once you're on the trails, you'll be going seriously fast, and sand is very rare.
Woo! It had been way too long since I had been here.
Dude, that was fun.
Yeah, that's great.
If you're one of the regulars here and you've been paying attention, you'll probably have noticed that I'm on my giant Trance instead of the Jeffsy. A few days before this ride, I was going through a rock garden and a spoke on the Jeffsy's rear wheel snapped. I didn't have time to fix it, so instead I grabbed the Trance. I didn't do it on purpose, but this sort of became a goodbye ride for this bike. I noticed that I hadn't been here since early 2015, and that was the first time I took this bike out of Miami.
This place flows so well.
What?
This place flows amazingly.
So it was a fitting end to say goodbye to this bike at the same place as its first long trip. The Trance is now for sale. It was an awesome bike, but it's too similar to the Jeffsy in functionality, so I'm only keeping one of them.
This bike turns a lot more than I gave it credit for.
You see, when I upgraded to the Jeffsy, I went with a large bike instead of a medium like the Trance. I really wanted the extra reach after a few demos I had done. I noticed myself get a lot quicker in a short period of time, mainly because the fit on the Jeffsy was spot on for me. Once I got comfortable and had improved on the Jeffsy, upon returning to the Trance I did feel rather cramped in space, but I noticed that the bike was much more capable than I gave it credit for. Being cramped before had hindered my confidence, and that's the importance of getting proper sizing. Comfort and trust on what you're riding. The bike could always do it, I was just uncomfortable enough on it to not notice.
Peter Totter? Yeah. It's a good thing I noticed it pivoted because I almost followed you too close.
This weather
Is amazing.
cannot beat it.
Florida winters rock.
And that is true. When the rest of the country is half frozen, we get to ride in the high 50s to low 60s. And yeah, before you say anything, let's not talk about the summer at all. Around this part, the far side of the park, the trails get a bit more technical. There's more rocks, the rollers are bigger, and the climbs get tougher. You'll lose a bit of flow, but you gain a lot of fun through variety.
Nice. So big, but it's doable. Yeah, I clipped the wall.
One of the cool things about Balm Boyette is how remote it feels. Since the loop pushes you far away from civilization, there's an amazing sense of nature that you don't find everywhere. That of course also means you're far away from everything. So bring plenty of water and whatever you use to manage flats.
I grabbed too much brakes on the uphill. I can do that.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. There we go.
Balm Boyette has so many good trails that for the first time since I started this channel, I decided to cut the video into 2 parts. The rest spot at the end of this video is a pretty common place to stop before heading into Ridgeline, which is what most people consider the main attraction of this network.
That was very close.
We'll look at that one next week. In the meantime, I hope you had fun with this one and happy riding.
Nice. That was great.